Hi people, it's me, Anja. My pronouns all she and her, and welcome back to my channel for a new recent reads video. The first book on this list is called Pride or Die. This story is a YA contemporary thriller following a lesbian main character where she and her group of friends are basically framed for the attacking of a student, which is a very serious topic, which is interesting because this book felt very unserious because first of all, most of the characters were very underdeveloped and felt very one-dimensional, especially the hyperbolic antagonist. There was so much suspense of disbelief. The ending felt cheap. The stakes were almost non-existent because there was too much telling and not enough showing. The sapphic romance, in my opinion, had little to no romantic chemistry. And the plot and the mystery, it felt very thin, if that makes any sense, instead of feeling riveting and thrilling, just because, again, there was too much telling and not enough showing, so the characters felt cheap, the ending felt cheap, everything about it was so thin and it had almost no substance. Does that make any sense? I don't know if it does, and also nobody died as well, which is good, obviously, but considering the title, I was expecting higher stakes, character deaths, etc., and I got none of that. So basically, overall, I rated this book 3 stars because everything about it felt so underdeveloped. Have they ever heard of a metaphor? But anyway, with that said, I rated it 3 stars. I was disappointed. So take that as you will. The next book on this list is called Please Pay Attention. This story is a middle-grade contemporary following a young disabled main character after she becomes a survivor of a school shooting. Honestly, I was hoping to really enjoy this book because I was hoping there would be more depth considering the conversations of ableism and accommodations within an academic school setting, but there wasn't, and honestly, to me, this book felt too short and too underdeveloped, and frankly, I didn't even find out who she was writing to until the very end, which was interesting, but overall, I enjoyed kind of the plot, the horses, her healing and grief and everything. I just thought that there would be more, if that makes any sense. But overall, I found this author's books are often always short, so maybe I should have expected that. But anyway, with that said, I rated this book 3 out of 5 stars. I probably won't be reading anything by this author in the future ever again. However, I enjoyed the disability representation. That historically has always been very good. But anyway, take that as you will. I rated this story 3 stars. The next book on this list is called The Queen Bees of Tybee County. This story is a middle-grade contemporary following an Asian queer main character who's spending the summer with his grandmother, whom he hasn't seen in years, and he's introduced to the world of drag. This story is absolutely so excellent and it's so well done. First of all, I love stories about drag because I think that the community and the art itself is so interesting and so fascinating and so cool. I absolutely don't think that it should be banned or regulated or policed or anything like that because I think that is so unfair. And it's drag queens are not harmful to children or to anyone, frankly. So anyway, I digress. Basically, this story was so good. I loved the queer representation, I loved the family dynamics, I loved the friendships. The characters are so well developed and so distinct. The plot is so engaging. I love the setting. This book is absolutely so good and it's so wholesome. I just really, really enjoyed it. So anyway, with that said, I rated this book 4 out of 5 stars, and I would definitely highly, highly recommend it. The next book on this list is called All the Noise at Once. This story is a YA contemporary following a Black autistic main character whose older brother seemingly gets arrested because of him. This story was absolutely so fantastic and it was so good. It was one of my most anticipated 2025 new releases just because of the representation. Since I'm also Black and autistic, I figured that this book would be deeply moving and authentic, and it was. I rated the story 5 out of 5 stars because first of all, it made me cry 3 different times, but second of all, I love the characters and the plot and the intersectionality and the representation and the writing and literally every single element. This book is so well paced and it's so well written and it's absolutely so fantastic. Every single section of the representation of the family dynamics of the characters, it felt so authentic and so moving and so relatable to me. Like, this book is so excellent and I need you to read it. I think it's so good and so emotional and so well done, and it's one of the best books that I've ever read featuring autism and Black people. Like, it's excellent. So anyway, with that said, I rated this book 5 out of 5 stars, and I would definitely highly recommend it. The last book on this list, and certainly not the least, is called You Belong to Me. This story is a YA thriller following a young sapphic main character who gets caught up in her new girlfriend's mom's business. Does that make any sense? Her girlfriend's mom has a wellness business with magic skincare products, and basically you can see where this is going. I really enjoy this book, frankly, because I got very caught up in it the way this main character did, which I really appreciated, because even though like I saw things coming before she did or whatever, I was still very much immersed into the story. I loved the friendships and the character dynamics and the romance, and like everything made sense. Does that make any sense? Like, everything like made sense to me, and it was well done and well written and well paced. I just really enjoyed it, and I think I had really low expectations for this book because I can't remember if I finished anything prior by this author. But anyway, overall, I rated this book 4 out of 5 stars because it was so much fun and like thrilling and everything. So anyway, with that said, I would definitely highly recommend it. So in conclusion, first of all, I apologize for any background noise that you might hear. Second of all, April has been a very fruitful reading month. I'm so glad that I found 2 5-star books, even if it also means that I have found 2 least favorite books as well. But anyway, in conclusion, if you enjoyed this video, please don't hesitate to give it a big thumbs up. Comment down below the coconut emoji if you made it all the way to the end of the video. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to my channel if you're new, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!